Robbie Lucas, head football coach, Somerset High School. Sports Overtime starts now.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome into another season of the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, voted by the Associated Press as the best sports prep show in Kentucky. We can say that, right?
Yeah.
We can say it now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can brag.
Number one. He is Jamie McCracken. I am Josh McKinney. Jamie, it's football season.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on in the offseason, though. We had Harambe the Gorilla. We had Pokemon Go. We had Instagram stealing Snapchat stuff. But we're going to talk football tonight.
That's right.
That's good.
That's what's important.
And by the way, your shoe game.
You like those?
Real nice.
Thank you.
Real nice, yeah. The first Friday of what should be another great season for the Mountains. Last year, 2 state champions. This year, well, let's find out.
Got a couple of months to get to that point, but lots to get to tonight. We start with our Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week.
Oh, yeah.
It is the first Priority Bowl in London. South Laurel hosting North Laurel. The Cardinals have not beat the Jaguars since 2011 and not the best of starts. Opening kickoff as a Pike top play contender. Matt Sizemore fields it deep in his own territory, bursts up the middle, bounces to the outside, and he is not going to be caught. And just like that, North Laurel takes a 6-0 lead. Later in the first, it's Sizemore again, this time from much closer, a little bit easier maybe. Up the gut from 8 yards out for his second score of the game, 12-0 Jags. And then just before halftime, why not go to the air? Cole McCorder rolling out, fires, connects with Dalton Smith in the end zone, 17 yards on the pitch and catch. We go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. North Laurel makes it 5 straight wins over South Laurel. The final in the first Priority Bowl, 31-0 over the Cardinals.
You promise 100%? Yes, sir! Let's make it happen. This battle's won tonight by us because it's in our house and it's our war to win. Are we in? Yes, sir! Damn, baby, let's go.
I mean,
Let me suit up.
you gotta love Jonathan Parsons. His Betsy Lane Bobcats hosting South Floyd tonight, and well, this was a war. It was 0-0 when I got there at halftime, Josh. Yeah. Third quarter, things not going well for Elijah Cotton. He is sacked. Corey Bias and Derek Keithley both on in the sack there. Ensuing possession for Betsy Lane. Trimble, Dotson takes the screen and I was moving back.
No, he gone on that one?
No, not yet. He got it inside the 15, so a few plays later, Jordan Kindred is like, I'm going to go right back to my man. On a 4th and 20, Dotson. Finally, we got points at Betsy Lane. 2-point conversion. It was no good, but it doesn't matter. The game goes to overtime, and Betsy wins it 14-6. Hashtag that's so Floyd County.
First-year head coach Junior Matthews and Letcher Central hosting Pike Central down in Whitesburg. Odd play in the first. Garrett Sargent with the handoff. The ball is popped loose, but Quade Adams, you know what, falls right at his feet, picks it up, crosses the goal line. 6-0 Cougars. Hawks on the move. Look at the big man, Austin Mullen. They're going to do this a lot this year. That's run the football with Eric Ratliff as head coach. Bounces off defenders around the outside, picks up the first down on a 2nd and 18. However, the drive would stall. Pike top play contender later in the first for the Cougars. The first of many of these types of plays for Tanner Lucas. The screen from Nick Sargent, and well, 44 yards later, here you go. That was a few.
Okay,
2-point conversion gives Letcher a 14-0 lead. Seconds left in the first half. Seth Kahn to his favorite target, Stone Harris.
And he gone.
There you go. Touchdown Pike Central. Letcher Central, though, opens the Junior Matthews era with a win, 28-20 over the Hawks.
You got to work the kinks out.
Solid first block, I think, though. Still to come, a big Sandy rivalry between 2 traditional powers, the Prestonburg Black Cats and the Pikeville Panthers.
That'll be a good one. And in Phelps.
It's going to be so much excitement. I'm excited for those kids. That's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah, longtime Phelps manager Marty Casey and the Hornets celebrate their brand new football stadium as they welcome in the Allen Central Rebels.
Time now for tonight's Fans in the Stands, sponsored by Lincoln Memorial University. Down Route 15 is where we find Letcher County Central fans as they fill the stands for the Cougars and Pike County Central Hawks. Letcher opening the season under first-year head coach Junior Matthews with a win, as you saw a second ago, 28-20. Letcher Central, tonight's Fans in the Stands, sponsored by LMU.
All right, time for Flashback Friday and relationship goals. John DeRosset, 1980 senior trip at the beach with his gal Linda.
That's not the sweetest thing I've ever seen.
His muscles jacked, his swag on point. No, seriously, look, he is strutting his stuff. Looks really nice, doesn't he? And what better way to strut your stuff than in short jorts? Let's take a second to honor the short jorts. Those are nice. We're good. Go ahead, Director Greg, roll the highlights. Coach DeRossa not rocking the short jorts these days. His Prestonburg Black Cats opening up on the road against the defending Class 1A state champion Pikeville Panthers. A beautiful night for football in the mountains and especially in Pikeville. I mean, look at that crowd, just packed. First quarter we go, no score, 3rd and 9, wide battle, a dump down pass to Clay Sloan, and he gone.
There it is.
Woo, 63 to the house. 6-0 Pikeville. Everybody got in my way there, but I promise he made it to the end zone. Ensuing possession for P-Burg, Wesley Hager, wide receiver turned quarterback.
You know, they do that pretty well. Jared Gerald did it a couple of years ago, succeeded at quarterback at P-Burg.
They're doing the same thing here. A little end around. Hager gives it to Drake Nunnery. Good pick up there. And then a few plays later, Hager finally punches it in. I tweeted this out. It was like a 2,000 play drive. It's 8-6 after the 2-point conversion. Here comes Evan Rhodes, though, in the second quarter. You know, Derek Pugh is gone, but they got some runners. Big gain. He got caught down there in the 15, but no problem because Battle's going to take it the rest of the way. Big night for White Battle. 6 carries, 58 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also he threw 12 for 18, 315 yards and 4 touchdowns. Let's go to the scoreboard. The 7th-ranked Panthers win it 47-14. Yeah, pretty good start for the defending Class 1A state champs.
I would think so.
Yeah, well, just up the road. By the way, I'm sorry, John DeRoss. I had to do that. I mean, he looked, yeah, the short jorts. Woo. All right, just up the road from Pikeville. Big night for Phelps High School and the people of the community.
That's right. The Hornets played their first true home game tonight in 5 years. The brand new Marty Casey Stadium. Before kickoff, they held a ceremony as they opened the new field. The stadium is named after longtime manager Marty Casey. And when he spoke to the crowd, not only did he receive a standing ovation for his work, but there was not a dry eye in the stands.
It's very, very, very emotional because, you know, if someone really wanted to play ball and never got a chance, you know, because of my health situation, and see a crowd react to someone that knows, they know that I take care of their kids every day somehow. It was very special to me.
You know, I was watching while he spoke, and me and the commissioner was looking at the fans. He had them all in tears, and it was just a moving experience for Marty. And Marty, you know, this community showed how much they love Marty and showed him how much they respect him for a long number of years of working hard for always the Phelps Hornets.
You know, we also love Marty Casey. How about the game? The Hornets welcoming in the Allen Central Rebels. First quarter, Dylan Cottle connects with Josh Whitaker to pick up some yards. Both teams, though, scoreless. Later in the first quarter, a little miscommunication on the Rebels' part gives Phelps Dylan New the sack for the loss on Cottle. Nice play defensively. Both teams scoreless still as Phelps kicks it off to AC. It'll be Jesse Brown with the return. He'll take it to the Phelps 28-yard line, but fumble! Hornets strip it loose eventually, and they do recover it. Phelps ball in the second. Phelps throws it up, but Cottle, the quarterback turned defensive back, picks it off, and well, he's going to take it the other way for the Allen Central score. The pick six is the first score of the night. Rebels will score a couple more times to start the season 1-0, 28-8 over Phelps.
All right, I got Hazard and I got Pineville, this game at Pineville, and we got the human spaghetti emoji already in the show. It's Tucker Woolham rolling out, finds his receiver, and that pushes him a little bit closer to the end zone. Next play, it's the human spaghetti emoji again. We call him that because he always eating. He throws this one right there to Nike, and that's a good pickup for the 7-0 Pineville touchdown.
That's also an awesome name.
Yes, well, here's an awesome name for you. Do you know how to pronounce that? Hazard's
Chaka Najee.
I'm going to say that's what it is. This is on the kickoff. Takes it all the way down to Pineville's 30-yard line. That return would set this play up right here at the start of the second quarter. Reese Fletcher gets the catch, but oh no, fumble! That's okay. Braxton Whitaker's like, I got you, bro.
A couple of odd plays like that tonight.
Yeah. Jumps on it, scores a touchdown, and Hazard wins at Pineville 42-21.
Don Marshall Bowl at Pulaski County, number 3 Southwestern versus Jeffersonville, Indiana. With this one starts just like North Laurel with a U-Pike top play contender. Opening kickoff, Southwestern's J.P. Vaughn. He gone. Bless you. Untouched for 87 yards. 8-0 Warriors. Skip to the last play of the first quarter. Brandon Pruitt. Larry French says emphatically he's the starting quarterback. Keeps it, finds running room, 34-yard touchdown.
He was gone too.
Southwestern rolls the Red Devils 56-26.
All right, let's stay on the Highlands scoreboard. Fleming County 49, Estill County 7. So we're going to cover Jerry, a team losing there. And then Perry Central, how about this game? 35-34 for Lincoln.
This game was wild.
Baby got back. Noah back scores the game-winning touchdown in that one with 24 seconds to go. Extra point makes it 35-34. What a start for Tom Larkey.
Wins a win.
No doubt. 1-0.
Coming up on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, Corbin and Whitley County get together down at Dennis Stadium.
Yeah, that's right. And City hosts County as the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets welcome in the Bell County Bobcats.
Hello, this is John DeRoss, head football coach at Prestonburg High School, and I'm always enjoying watching Sports Overtime on WYMT with all the great sportscasters, including my good friend Josh McKinney.
Middlesboro had won 2 straight over its nearby rival Bell County before the Bobcats trounced the Yellow Jackets 41-7 last season. The city-county rivalry writing the next chapter tonight at Bradner Stadium. But 2015's big man and Trayton Humphrey went down in the first 4 minutes of the game. Ooh. That didn't slow down the Bobcats, though. Austin Asher taking the handoff midway through the third quarter to put the Bobcats into the red zone. Next play, 4th and 1, Nathan Collett. He converts for Bell County first down, and then he'll take the ball again after into the end zone. Bell County up 26-12, 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Close game. Middlesboro will try to answer as Ethan Ellison connects with Anthony Jackson for 37 yards. Yellow Jackets sitting pretty in Bobcat territory. Nice little move there by Jackson.
How about a girl Carly Bell shooting these highlights?
The Carly Bell County Bobcats. I told her I would say that. Next play, Ellison gets picked off by Asher. He returns it. Bobcats at their own 35-yard line, and Bell County will pull away in this one to beat Middlesboro. Final score 34-12. The Bobcats start the Amos McCreary era with the win.
Nice. Corbin hosting intra-county rival Whitley County. First quarter, Whitley's Jacob Paul breaking through the trenches.
Ooh.
He gets the tackle for loss, and yeah, I'm pumped. Yeah.
WWE on a Friday night.
Goodness, looks like Roman Reigns out there. So, however, the Redhounds would mount a scoring drive, a controversial touchdown as Dylan Brock appears to lose the ball, but they still count the 6. PAT good 7-0 Corbin. Second quarter action, Corbin striking from 32 yards out. Cameron Sizemore, AJ Moore probably going to become the all-time leading receiver in school history.
We're going to hear a lot from those two this year.
Absolutely. 14-0 Hounds. You know they're coming after Belfry. That's their goal. More from the Big Red. Sizemore finds Chase Eastep stepping on in for the touchdown. Corbin takes a 21-0 lead, and man, the 5th-ranked Redhounds, yeah, they win it big. 42-6.
How about the uniforms for Corbin?
Like
down I-75 on the Tennessee border. Williamsburg hosting Lexington Christian. Second quarter, Yellow Jackets go to the air. Alec Poor to Hagan Hahn, his favorite target. Pass and catch covers 40 yards, 10-0 Williamsburg. We go to the third quarter, LCA on the attack. Dylan Wheatley takes the handoff into the end zone. Eagles trailing 16-14. Back for Williamsburg. 3rd and 21. Dalton Ponder goes deep. What a grab by Hahn for the big gain. That counts, yes sir. Alec Poor back into the game, hits Dalton Ponder this time on the receiving end for the 6. Jackets lead 22-14, but the Lexington Christian Eagles reel off 18 unanswered points to win it on the road at Rose Stanfield Stadium over Williamsburg, 32-22.
All right, let's go back to the Don Marshall Bowl. Pulaski County hosting Harlan County. Quarterback Wiley Kane, of course, you know Riley Hall is gone.
Hello.
And, welcome to high school football, Wiley Kane. He gets sacked right there, courtesy of a Black Bear defender. But then to Jake Johnson. Wiley's like, hey, I got an arm too, and I got a really good receiver. Here goes Jake. Not from State Farm.
From Somerset.
From Somerset. That's a good little pickup. We go to the scoreboard. It's halftime right now, by the way. This game started really late.
Way late.
Way late. Harlan County actually leads the number 2 ranked team in the Mountains 8-6.
Low scoring game in that one.
Yes.
We stay on the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Somerset goes on the road to Maysville to knock off the Mason County Royals 34-7. Paintsville 43-0 at home over the Sheldon Clark Cardinals. Number 8 Tigers start the season with a win, and the Casey County Rebels 37-0 in Stanton over the homestanding Powell County Pirates. Much more to come on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, but as we go to break, here is a look at this week's Alice Lloyd College Mountain Top 10.
Time now for our student athlete of the week, Taylor Howard. She was a senior at Harlan County High School where she had a 4.0 GPA. She was a member of the Beta Club and National Honor Society, as well as a 4-year member of the cheerleading squad. She also volunteered at a local hospital and elementary school. Taylor Howard, she's our student athlete of the week.
Not fazed by my scripting errors. Long John Silver's catch of the day, Stone Harris of Pike County Central. The long pass from Seth Kahn. This one right near the end of the first half. However, the Hawks would fall on the road in Whitesburg to Letcher County Central 28-20. Nonetheless, big game from Stone Harris, number 6 for Pike Central, the Long John Silver's catch of the day.
That's a beautiful spire.
It's now time to get you set for this weekend's action with the Saturday slate sponsored by Union College. A couple of games on the schedule for tomorrow. We start in Richmond at the Roy Kidd Bowl at Madison Central High School. Game number 1 features the Bryan Station Defenders and the Wayne County Cardinals. That game should be very good at 8 o'clock. And then the second game, the 6th-ranked Knox Central Panthers and host Indians of Madison Central. That game also should be good.
And we'll have those highlights on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime Saturday nights. And also tomorrow we'll have these highlights because this is where I'm going. Clay County and Shelby Valley both at home. The Tigers will welcome in the Vikings of Rowan County. And Valley hosts the Franklin County Flyers. Both of those games are set for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Again, we'll have all those highlights coming up on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime Saturday night. I think this may have been our first A-plus show ever for our first show.
It wasn't bad. A couple of scores to pass along. Boyd County knocked off Lawrence County up in Ashland 24-20. Jackson County starts the season with a big win, 59-0 over Berea. And the last score update we saw from number 2 Pulaski County and Harlan County, the Maroons took the lead with about 12 minutes to go in the third quarter. That game 14-6. And also we mentioned in the locker room this afternoon, Jake Johnson. We don't know if he's got the record. He needed 6 catches to become the all-time leader in career receptions. I'm sure if he hasn't got it yet, 6 catches is nothing for him.
Yeah, you stole my thunder. That's what I was going to say. I was going to brag on my man Jake Johnson. That's okay. He'll probably get it tonight. We'll update you, of course, online at WYMT.com. Hey, come back tomorrow. Join us tomorrow for Sports Overtime Saturday night. We got Knox Central, Clay County, Shelby Valley. They open their season, and we will have the first Sports Overtime Rewind of the year.
That's right. So as always, should be fun. That does it for tonight, though.
You say it.
We'll see you tomorrow.
I say we dance.